We're back. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Debbie Lee. Hello again. It's been so long. I feel like this is brighter, no? To those that were just over watching the other one, does it seem a little brighter here? Oh, I'm so glad, Karen. It only took, what, 2 weeks? Hi. Hello again. Hey, Cassie. Hey, I'm good. It's so long since I've seen you. Same. Yeah, it's brighter. All right, so I'm just going to jump into it. I am making a Lola in this beautiful flower garden print. So that's going to be the outside. The coordinating vinyl is going to be this beautiful lilac color. And then the interior is going to be this gorgeous sage. So this is what it looks like all together. Sage, lilac, and then this amazing flower garden print. Isn't it beautiful? I have one available. This is a restock. So this is available on my website if you want it, get it now. Because I'm not sure when I will have the time to restock it. I'm working on a brand new lineup. Alright, so let's start with the shoulder straps. This is the Lola bag. It is by Swoon Patterns. It is available for sale. It's not my pattern. I make the shoulder straps a little bit differently than what the pattern calls for. I'm going to have a finished edge on mine by just doing a little bit of prepping first, and I'll show you guys what I do. I have also a video tutorial on how to do this if you're interested. I'm back. Thanks, Mina Love. I put it, where did I, oh, I put it up here. I don't know if you can see it. But that is also available for sale. I have 2 of those. So I do my shoulder straps with an end, and then I come down at a 45-degree angle. That way I can fold this over and have a nice finished end on my strap. I'm going to do the same thing with both of them and then sew them all together. Is just Mammy here? I don't think I've seen her jump in yet. Okay, so now I'm going to use 1/2-inch double-sided tape right down the center. This is going to hold all of my folding together until I sew it. Hello. I feel like on TikTok there's more screen too. I might be wrong. But I feel like this screen on the last video that I did was just so small. Are your bags made of plastic or real leather? Neither. It's made of vinyl, which is a faux leather. Alright, so I fold down the little tab and then fold over each side. I'm going to clip my corners and then just press it into that double-sided tape until I get to the end, and then do the same thing on the end. More screen. Yeah, I saw there was a way, so I did it vertically, but I saw that there was a way to do it horizontally. I might try that next time, and I might even go live tomorrow there. So if you follow me, make sure you click on that little bell over there, so that way you'll get notified if I do. I probably won't post it in my Facebook group. I'll probably just go live. Hey, Susan. All right, so it's folded down, and then each side is folded in, and then I'm going to fold it one more time in half. Sew everything together. have one made with the horse. Can you make one? Yeah, I have one with the horse. Once I'm done with this bag, if you'd like to see it, I'd be happy to show it to you. It's on my website, though, if you'd like to check out the pictures now. And then when I'm done, I can show it to you in real life. Okay, so the shoulder strap is just stitched down both sides. I'm gonna do the same thing for the other one. Hey, just Mammy. Oh, it just popped up. It's only been like 5 minutes. That's weird though. So Elon Musk, I think I read an article today, or maybe it was yesterday, that he wants to come out with something similar to TikTok. I've never used X or Twitter. It's just not really my scene. I've heard a lot of horror stories over there. But I'm hoping, because I do like his brand, hoping it's a good platform. I wish I could sew. Just practice. Thanks, Austin50. There was the day that I didn't know how to sew. I'm telling you, all it takes is just time and practice. And the more you do it, the better you get. Where's a good place to get vinyl to make your patterns? Solid vinyl, I use marinevinylfabric.com. I have my prints custom printed, but there's quite a few places like online, if you just do a quick Google search, where you can find different printed vinyl. There's also a lot of Facebook groups. I don't know them. I've heard of them. But I've heard that there's a lot of Facebook groups where you can get printed vinyl. I'm sure some people in the chat would know. I am making a Lola with this gorgeous flower garden print. I am obsessed. Okay, so the bottom of my Lola, I add purse feet to it, so that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go ahead and install my purse feet. So I'm going to measure where they go, cut them out, and then install it. Use my seam ripper to poke some holes. Isn't that 3D effect pretty? There's actually a lot of prints, especially, I'm not sure if that was AI generated. I think that was AI generated. But especially with the AI, there's a lot of options for so many different prints now. Your vinyl source. Can you get another teaser about your note? No, just one a day. One a day. I might be able to show a little something when I'm done with this live. It depends. Because I'm looking over here at them. I have them set on this little table over here. I don't want to do too much. I know I gave a hint earlier. What I may do is post a picture in my Facebook group tomorrow. So don't wait and stay if you're hoping to see a sneak peek, because I might not do it. Alright, so the purse feet that I use have screws. So I install the screws through the back, and then the top of the purse feet get screwed on. I like to use a little bit of glue. So even though they're screwed on and screws hold very well, this is just an additional insurance to make sure they're not going to come out. So I use E6000 glue. You can get this in any craft store. I just put a touch into where that screw goes. I had a girl, no lie, message me, and I'm not going to say her name, poor thing, messaged me 3 times asking for replacement purse feet. She would put her purse in the cart, the grocery cart, and get them stuck and have to rip it out. So this is just the added insurance so you don't lose your purse feet at the grocery store and wonder where they are. Alright, so I'm just going to get them started by screwing them by hand, and then I have this electric screwdriver which saves my fingers and my hand strength. Was it tough starting out selling bags? No. And I'll tell you why. If I ever need your phone to fall off in the direction right now. Swipe myself. When I first started sewing, I kind of fell into a genre that was super popular at the time, and so it wasn't hard for me to start. Give it an extra little shush. Okay. So our purse feet are installed. That's what they look like. And all it does is give the bottom of your purse a little bit of clearance from whatever you put it on, just to reduce how dirty it gets. So that's done. We'll set that aside. Let's work on the zipper. These have zipper ends on both sides. So I'm going to put my zipper on. These are my little zipper ends. They're the same vinyl. I'm gonna put a piece of double-sided tape along each bottom. And this is going to hold that zipper tab in place while I sew it. You can use clips if you don't have tape. Hello Terry, do you sell your product in Europe, Spain? I don't. I sell to the UK, Canada, the US, and Australia. Alright, so I'm going to take one of the piece of tape backing off. Let me get this nice and straight. Going to press this down into my tape. Take off the backing on the other one. Fold that up. So it's just taped in place right now, but that way I know it is nice and even on both sides. And then I'm just going to do a stitch right along the bottom. And I'll just trim off the excess. And that is what my zipper end looks like. That's the back of it. Then I'm going to measure down where the other one needs to go, and then do the exact same thing. Oh, Frida, I just started working on this about 15 minutes ago. I did go live earlier on YouTube, so it's over there in my lives if you're interested in watching that one. So, how late are you? You're 15 minutes late for this one, but if you missed my other one, you're quite late. Alright, before I cut this off, I'm just going to sew my zipper together. That just helps me when I sew on my other zipper end. So like right now, my zipper end is open like that, and to sew something on it while it's kind of open is kind of hard. So I just sew right down where I need to sew the other one, so it's kind of closed. and then add on the zipper end. Trim it down, and then trim it down, and then tell me she got hers late too. I don't know why. So I do my shoulder strap connectors similarly to how I do my shoulder straps, so that I have a finished edge on the bottom. I think today's the first time I got notified. Oh, really? Isn't that weird how some people do and some people don't? Oh no, am I buffering? Oh no. Let me know if that works and stops the buffering. Oh no. Alright, I'm using double-sided tape along the center of all of my strap connectors. Okay, Erica. And I'm going to cut a couple extra pieces of tape. I'm just going to keep going even if it's buffering. I'm going to upload this to my YouTube when I'm done, so if you missed anything or if you want to rewatch it or if you can't stay and watch the whole thing, you can watch it there. And you can find my YouTube by just going over on my TikTok page by clicking this little BB, the Instagram icon to the right of the follow button. It'll have both my Instagram and my YouTube. The way you do the connectors is genius. Thanks. So far so good. Okay, good. Alright, so we're going to fold up the bottom just like we did the shoulder strap and then fold in each side. We only have to fold up the bottom on one side. We can leave the other side raw because you're not going to see that. That goes behind the connector. Double-sided tape, add my hardware. So see this other side that has a raw edge is going behind there. You're not going to see it. So that's what the shoulder strap connectors look like. And then I'm just going to sew it on the back later. I was buffering my clothes out and came back. Okay, good. Hi, Kelly. Going completely out. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Hi, Linda. I'm making the Lola by Swoon, and this is in the Flower Garden pattern. I have one left, or I did when I first started. So, I mean, this is the one that's left. This is the one that I'm restocking. Thanks, Nikki. Alright, un más. Where can we get patterns to start learning? So I have a couple of beginner patterns if you go to my website. when you click on the little 3 dashes in the top right, which is the menu, under the DIY section, there's digital patterns. I have a wristlet pattern, which is a beginner. I also have this crossbody bag, which is considered a beginner. But if you just do a Google search, there's also some free patterns out there for beginners. Thanks, Frida. All right, so now I'm going to take off the back of my connector and measure where they are going to be installed. And I just press that tape down. So the tape's just gonna hold it in place until I sew it. There we go. So that is going to be what it looks like. So we have one panel for the front, one panel for the back. Is the crossbody just pattern or can you get it in a kit? Yeah, I don't have a kit for it. The only fabric kits that I offer are the wristlets. Thanks, Vicky. Thanks, Frida. Hi, Jessica. Thanks, Debbie Lee. Me too. Gorgeous. It's like a 3D. All right. Sew these down. Alright, one is done, so that is what it looks like stitched on. That's what it looks like just taped in place. And then I'm just going to do the same thing for the rest of them. Thanks, Leslie. I bought the Dragonfly kit and have to make. I have some. Which colorway did you get? I think there's like purple, pink, navy, and black. Purple. Oh, the mini Denver, this one right here. Thank you. Okay, this panel is all done. And then we're going to do the exact same thing on the other one. So one's going to be the front, one's going to be the back. Karina, I don't really go into how I have my custom printed vinyl. Sorry. I'm happy to share any other information though. Alrighty, one more. Hey Amanda, hey Jen, hey Deborah, thanks. Okay, all done. Okay, all done. Sewing bags is kind of like a puzzle. So you kind of prep all the pieces and then you just fit all the pieces together. So we've done all that prep work and the next step is just to put them all together. So I'm just going to install my nameplate. It just says Butter Bags. I usually do it right in between those two connectors. That way I know it's nice and even. Use my seam ripper. Install this. Add the washer. And then just push those prongs down. There we go. So this is going to be the front of the bag. It's the exact same as the back, it just doesn't have the nameplate. And then now we're going to install the zipper. So I'm going to mark where it starts and where it stops on the front and the back panel. Grab my zipper, some clips. Going to sew my zipper to the outside first. Have you ever used raw leather or hide to make a bag? No, I haven't. I have not. So I'm just lining up my zipper along the top. I'm going to go ahead and sew that in place. My zipper pull out of the way and keep going. Okay, now we're going to add an inside lining piece. So if you missed it before, this is the inside. It's kind of like a little sage color, which goes beautifully with this flower garden. So now I'm going to go ahead and sew this to the zipper. So extending my shipping, each country has different rules and laws, embargoes, customs. So I'm branching out slowly, but I want to learn all of the customs before I just start shipping and then either have to pay a large amount in taxes or have my customers pay a large amount in taxes. So to me, it's just the responsible thing to do to go nice and slow as far as branching out and shipping to different countries. Okay, interior is on. I'm going to flip that inside. So that way I can do a top stitch. So I'm going to clip my bottom panels together. So we have the front of the bag and then the inside lining of the bag. And then now I'm going to do a top stitch right underneath that zipper. Alright, so here's what the top stitch looks like. It's this row of stitching right here. And then now we're going to do the exact same thing to add the back of it. So we're going to sew the outside to the zipper. I don't have to leave and come back 4 times. Why? Is it still buffering for you? Steph? I thought somebody said that once they got out and came back in, it fixed it. Okay, so we have the front and the back attached to the zipper. One side of the interior. We're going to add the other interior. This one has a zipper pocket. So we're going to sew this bag right side out and then we're going to turn it right side out. We're going to sew this bag inside out and turn it right side out through the zipper pocket. Okay. Oh, somebody was telling you how to do it. Got it. Thanks, Janet. All right. Just get my pull out of the way. Now we're going to open it up and do a top stitch just like we did on the other side. Awkward way to sew it just because of it has a dome top on it, so it's just kind of awkward getting that second side under there. All right, done. So here is the top stitch that we just did. So we got our front and our back for the inside and the outside. Now we're going to add the bottom. Going to take my clips off. I'm going to move all of my layers to one side and then just hold the outside of, this is going to be the front. So all my other layers go to the back here so I don't sew over them. I'm going to take the bottom that we added the purse feet to, and I'm going to attach that. I need to cut out my little notches. Clip the bottom to the front and then sew that on. Okay, good. Gotta close the app out and restart. Oh my gosh. I wonder if the app is having issues. Alright, so the bottom is stitched on, and then now I'm going to open it up and do a top stitch along the bottom of the vinyl. I'm thinking we should have stayed over on the YT. That's so crazy, Daphne. Okay, here's the top stitching. I'm going to post this on my YouTube in case you guys miss it. So there's the top stitching, and then we're going to do the exact same thing for the back. So we're going to sew the bottom to the back, open it up and do a top stitch. TikTok must be having some issues. Alright, so to do the top stitch on the other side, I actually have to go through the zipper in the top because our front and back are sewn on to the bottom. So the only way to reach that bottom to do a top stitch is right through the top zipper. So I'm just going to push everything out of the way and get it all lined up. Go nice and slow. my little threads. This is not a custom, no, this is a restock. Okay, and then now we're going to add the bottom for the inside lining. So we have the exterior. Here's our exterior. We have the front, the back, the bottom, and then now we're going to add the bottom for the inside lining, which is the exact same pattern piece. It just doesn't have purse bead on it. Change my tension. And then do the exact same thing, attach the bottom to the other lining piece. Next step, we're going to sew our side seams together. So the side of the bag, we're going to go ahead and sew all the way down. So from the top of the interior all the way down to the bottom of the exterior. Just going to get them lined up and clipped together. Very nice and slow as Mars did. You guys should see me when I'm not live. I'm like zipping and zapping through it all. The inside lining is a cotton material, and then I line mine with SF101 interfacing. So you might not be able to tell, but this is the same material as this. This is lined with interfacing and my pocket is not. So the exterior is a faux leather and the interior is cotton. I can't give prices on live, Kelly, but they're all listed on my website, which is also linked in my TikTok profile. So if you click on my profile, the BB in the top right hand corner, right underneath the follow button is my website. You can just click on it, it'll take you right there. This style is a Lola. Okay, so we got everything all clipped up. Let's go ahead and sew our sides together. The sunflower, yeah, I think that's my last one too. Alright, that side is done. Going to attach the bottom to the side. So if you see where we attached our bottom, we're going to open this up and sew the side to the bottom. So I'm just going to clip them together and then sew them. And just do that on all four sides. And then for the outside, what I do when I'm stitching my side to my bottom is open up the side seam. That way I don't have all that extra bulky material in there. So this is my side seam. I'm going to open that up and sew that flat. That way the bottom of my bag, we don't have all this excess bulk in our seam. Could I purchase a sunflower one? Yeah, that was available on my website when I came live, so it should be there now. So if you just go to my website, if you just search sunflower, everything that I have in sunflower print will come up. That's the Lola. I think that's my last sunflower bag too. I think I'm sold out of everything else. Alright, so now we're going to sew these up. This is a Juki 1181. Thanks, Nikki. Trying to make one. Thanks. Thanks, Haley. This particular bag could be made on an industrial sewing machine. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is take my pinking shears. If you notice outside of my stitch line, there's a whole lot of extra fabric. I don't want all that excess fabric when I turn this right side out, so I'm just going to use my pinking shears and get that out. This just helps everything lay a little bit flatter because you don't have all that extra material in there. I just do the corners for my exterior. Okay, so see how there's so much less material? And then now all we have to do is turn it right side out through our zipper pocket. Calculate 2 per hour. This style bag, I could probably do like 2 for every hour and a half. I got thread everywhere. Hi, Teresa. Tuck that pocket back in and we're all done. All we have to do is add our shoulder straps. And then I'll iron it a little bit later once I plug up my iron. So here's our zipper pocket, the inside lining, sides, front, back. Here are our straps we made earlier. Let me grab our rivets. Thank you guys. Alright, so I'm going to clip them on the bag first to make sure that they're nice and even before I secure them with the rivet. Thank you. Alright, so that's what it looks like with the rivets on. They're not secured yet, they're just clipped in place. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Then we're going to set them and then we are done. So if you missed this, the beginning of it, or I know there was some issues with TikTok midstream, I'm going to post this in my YouTube. My YouTube is Butterbags Or you can get it from my TikTok profile. If you click on the Instagram icon, it'll give you my Instagram and my YouTube. That way you can see this made from start to finish. This I got from Amazon. There's no name, well, there's no name brand on it. It just says General. I don't know if you can see that. So on Amazon, if you just search General Hole Punch or Leather Punch, that should come up. I usually replace mine every year because it just gets dull. It's going to happen over time. All right, let me get my press. Set my rivets. And she is done. Thanks, Debbie Lee. Thanks, Erica. All right. All done. So here is our little Miss Lola. It was available on the website when I came live. So here's the front, side, back, side. We're going to iron the inside, so we're going to get out the little wrinkle down the center. That just happens when we turn it right side out. There is a zipper closure and a zipper pocket on the inside. She's all done. Alright, so I'm going to jump off and work on some of the new patterns. Isn't that purple pretty? This little lilac with the lilac zipper. Gorgeous, darling. Alright, so I'm going to jump off and keep working on that new, those new bags. The new style bags that will be out next Saturday. I know I gave a hint earlier, so I'm not going to give any more, but I am going to post a picture in my Facebook group, a little teaser tomorrow. Give us more hint about the new pattern. I can't! Tomorrow in the Facebook group, I'll post a picture, and then they'll be available next Saturday. So have a great week. I might come back. Frida, it's for the new style that'll be available next Saturday. Tuesday for sure, but I might be back live tomorrow. It depends. I'm such a teaser. All right, y'all. Have a good night.